Hi, Daryl here from Sweet Hot Rods and Honey. Today we're working on getting the truck finished up with wet sanding and polish. I've got some done already, and let me show you what else we have here. We just have the doors on both sides, but we're going to finish that up, and we're using this 3D cutter, and it's been working really well. So we're going to finish up these doors, but the thing that I really wanted you to see is my 34 Ford. This paint is dull as can be, and it has some overspray on it from clearing the truck and those panels. So I did one fender here, and I don't know if you can tell, but it looks 100% better than the rest of this. And when I painted this car and polished it, I really wasn't using the right technique to polish. So with a combination of knowing how to polish it better and using this 3D polish and compound, it's working out quite well. So I'm gonna do both cars, truck and the 34, and we'll get it straightened out. So I've been using this, actually the blue pad, because my #1 pad for cutting and polishing is kind of getting worn out. So I just decided to switch to this one. The blue is just a little bit softer, and so that's what I've been working with on the pickup. But we're going to use this blue on this fender, and I just want to show you this to basically get the idea of how I'm working this compound in. Like I said, I used McGuire's the first time around, and I just didn't do it right. The trick, I think, with this is getting a high speed, working in cutting and then getting a high speed on the rotation to kind of polish it. And that's been turning out really the best. The other thing is, immediately after turning off the machine, start to wipe it off with a microcloth. Because if it just sits on there too long, it's going to be harder to get off, or almost impossible. So you have to go back over it with a little bit more compound and kind of make it wet and then wipe it. The third thing is just do a small part at a time, just a small section. So we're going to start with the top here and see how that goes. The other thing is, what I did was I cleaned this off and I just lightly went over it with 3000 wet sandpaper, and just to take the grit off, because the overspray from the clear kind of felt gritty. So it's ready to go. On here, we'll put three dabs. Turn on slow. Kind of get it spread out. And I'm just going to do this top part. So it's covering that fender. What I do is turn up the machine speed. And when I first did this, I just wasn't buffing it long enough. So it didn't really give the material enough time to cut in. wipe it so it doesn't start to dry onto the paint. It looks like we'll have to go over this one more time, but let me show you the difference here between right about here where we didn't polish and then that shiny edge. So it's a world of difference. I've got to go over this again right here. You can kind of see it didn't get enough polish on action right in here. So let me hit it one more time. I'm just going to use 2 dots of compound right now. Don't waste time, wipe it off as soon as you can. So this is the first step. This is this compound is the first step. The second step is to go over the car with a softer pad yet and a polishing compound. Hit this one. There. That's beautiful. So I had painted this, well, I built this car, this 34, it's going on 12 years maybe. And at that time, when I polished it, first of all, I didn't know how to polish it properly, and I was just in too big of a hurry. So yeah, it turns out not so great. But with a little bit of knowledge and a little bit of patience, you can get really nice results. So that is just so much nicer, and I really like this cutting compound. I've done the polishing compound on the hood of the 51 pickup, and that was fine. But the results that I'm getting right now with this cutting compound, it almost looks like I don't have to use a polishing compound. But I will, I'll do it anyway. So I'm gonna go ahead and finish this fender, and then I guess do the trunk. So it's kind of a diversion of doing these doors on the pickup. I'll get to them. I'm gonna finish those up, but I just wanted to show you this. And yeah, I'm pretty darn happy. These fenders and roof are looking great. Yeah, now they're showing the imperfections of the bodywork and some spots that I missed. I still have to get this area up on the cowling right around the windshield wipers. I can't get in there with a machine, so it's not looking very good. But I'll have to finish that by hand maybe, or maybe a small Dremel tool with a soft pad on it. That might work. So yeah, things are coming along with the truck, and now with this 34, really happy. You know, I kind of messed up when I painted in the garage. I tried to cover this up as much as possible, but it wasn't sealed. So that's where some of the overspray kind of waffled into underneath the cover and stuck to the paint. But it looks like it's fixable. So, all right. Let me work on this fender, and we'll continue with the trunk, and then we'll switch back over to the truck. Oh, I missed this lower section of this trunk lid. But, well, besides that, I got the back end finished, the majority of the trunk lid and the two back fenders. And so I guess I'll finish that area where I missed, and I'll get back onto the truck. But I think that's going to do it for this video. It was kind of quick and not that interesting, but I just wanted to show you the method that I use when I'm polishing. We'll put the buffing compound on next, and so that's a little bit less aggressive, and it should shine everything, you know, some of the parts that are just a little bit dull. I could get it with this cutting compound, but the polishing compound should bring that out. So anyway, hope you enjoyed it. Hope you have a good day. And the next thing that's we're gonna work on is the truck's ECU, and we're gonna dial in a tune. So I've been making changes using universal patcher for the tune because of the larger cam and the headers and the intake manifold. So those things will change the air-fuel ratio mixture across, you know, the full bandwidth of the engine running from 0 to, I don't know, 6,600. 7,000, something like that. I doubt that I'm ever going to take it up that high. But anyway, we're going to work on getting that tune dialed in. So that's about it for now. And thanks for watching, and we'll see you next time. Bye.